on the mic, I'm giving mad and blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to White. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us in their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Now Johnson from the gun on third down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Throwing on first down. Johnson. And this is incomplete. Looking for Woods that time. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Johnson throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returning it is Moore. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
91. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And he coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Woods, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Johnson, and he's got his target. That's more.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Johnson now going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you...
Johnson's pass complete to number 84. Touchdown, Atlanta.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Looking to throw. Johnson going right side here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Johnson's pass.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
84. Touchdown, Atlanta.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They come out here in the eye. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. Buying time to his left. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Now Johnson, a final shot before break. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Marquise Brown, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for him as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Woods. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big wet. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Johnson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Looking to throw. Johnson being chased out left.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 10 yards out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite level production.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's more on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here's Johnson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Woods, the intended receiver.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
132 fighter. Move. Everyone, you got 4 down.
On first down, it's Chandler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Johnson now to throw again. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right cover.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoff. But nerve-wracking for all the people who are involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got White here. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
I got you.
Now Johnson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route.
Come on, fellas.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Johnson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right. I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about your as you move on to the next one.
61, match box, light.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Johnson. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Calling the rest, all in the rest.